Hey guys, Kurz here with you today. Today I'm going to go over some leashes here. So these are both the same leash, just I just happen to have two different colors of the same thing here. So I'm just going to pick one. This kind of got cooler looks, but they're the exact same thing here. So I'm going to go over this one. All right, so first thing to kind of go over is the reason I picked this one over the other one is I just think it's kind of cooler looking, to tell you the truth. That's really the only reason. You see how the different colors are kind of braided in there. So visually, it's kind of a cool looking leash, but looks aside, this is a heavy duty. I mean, it really is. So the leash itself, you can see, is pretty thick. I mean, as far as like even my finger here, I mean, obviously you don't know how big my hand is, but just give you a side-by-side comparison. There's the size of the leash. So this is a good thick leash here. Right here, you can see the sewing on here, or the material. That thick leash is wrapped all the way around this, so that way the actual clip itself is much less likely to pop out of this thing. This part here also has a little bit that swivels. A lot of people don't necessarily understand why it does that. The purpose of that is whenever you clip this on your puppy here, on the top of their collar or whatever you're hooking up to, and you're holding here. So if your puppy or dog spins, it's spinning around. If this did not do that, what happens is this entire thing will start to wad up. You can kind of see when I do this, what happens. You see that makes it a little bit more difficult to maneuver your dog, walk the dog, and it's just kind of a pain. But if that did not swivel, that's what would happen every time your dog spins. So by this spinning here, that prevents it. And that's a pretty common thing on most all leashes, but a lot of people just never really think about it probably. But don't know why it does that. That's why. The clip here itself, large clip, lots of room to kind of clip on pretty much any collar you're going to deal with. If you can't clip this thing on your collar, you probably got a pretty weird collar, to tell you the truth. But good big clip here. This is heavy metal here, heavy duty stuff. Even right here where this is folded inside, you see lots of stitching here to kind of hold this together. Same thing on the side over here with your handle. Again, the same like rope is going throughout the entire leash. So I imagine in the factory, this is just one big rope and they just kind of fold it over and kind of sew it or glue it underneath. Not really sure what's happening underneath this here, but they attach that to itself, put that over top of it to secure it. Same thing here, it's just kind of folded in on itself. Again, it's secured somehow on the inside. Again, lots of stitching here to kind of hold this together. But even the rope itself being a little bit thicker, if you got a puller in your hands or a large dog and they're really just going to town on you, this is going to be a little bit easier on your hand. But very high quality leash. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that would be reflective at night. I'm not 100% sure, to tell you the truth, but just at a glance, I would possibly think that would be reflective. Don't quote me on that one, but reflectiveness aside, good quality leash. I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a new leash. Again, got lots of different colors to choose from. Got pretty pink and whatever color this is. But there you go, guys. I hope somebody out there got something from this video, and thank you for watching.